Well, after all the excitement of the previous two lessons, I'm afraid that this lesson may seem a little dull. So please, whatever you do, don't mistake dull for unimportant. Having paid off your credit card and lifestyle debt in the previous lessons, the next step in our cascade is to grow your rainy day fund into a decent cash reserve. Understandably, people will often ask me, well, what is the difference between a rainy day fund and a cash reserve? And the answer is simply this: the purpose and the size. The purpose of the rainy day fund is to cover those 10% of expenses we simply can't anticipate or budget for. Most unexpected expenses, like needing to replace a fridge or other household appliances, unexpected dental work, or major car repairs, would be covered by the $3,000 rainy day fund. However, the purpose of the cash reserve is to provide a more significant buffer to cover the things like major house repairs, serious illness, or unexpected unemployment. It's an unfortunate fact of life that most people will experience at least one of these expensive life events in their lifetimes. And unless you are prepared, it can have devastating consequences on your finances. The second difference between a rainy day fund and a cash reserve is the size of the fund. While, as we said previously, the rainy day fund is typically $3,000, a prudent cash reserve should ideally be equivalent to 3 months' worth of expenses. To explain what I mean, let's have a look back at Dean and Emma's budget. Here in the position summary page, you can see that they are allocating $6,575.20 to their expenses on a monthly basis. So to calculate their ideal cash reserve, we would simply multiply this figure by 3. So 3 times $6,575.20 is $19,725.60. This means that Dean and Emma would ideally have a cash reserve of at least $20,000. The next question I get asked regarding the cash reserve is, where should I put it? Where should I hold those funds? Now, it's important to note here that the cash reserve should be kept completely separate from the rest of your budget. If you are a homeowner, the ideal place to hold a cash reserve is in a mortgage offset account. If you're not sure what this is, have a look at the lesson on the ideal bank account structure for homeowners that I've put in Module 4. If you are not a homeowner and do not have an offset account, the best place to keep your cash reserve is in a high-interest online savings account. Now, I know there's no such thing as high interest at the moment, but you know what I mean. One of those high-interest online savings accounts will give you a better rate of return than an ordinary bank account, and the funds are a little harder to access than an ordinary bank account. Now, really importantly, this money must not be considered available to be spent. It must not be used on holidays, to renovate the kitchen or replace the car. This is your emergency fund for emergencies only. You never know when an emergency is going to turn up, so you need the funds sitting there. Now, once we get to this step of building your cash reserve, the ideal situation would be that you take all of your surplus funds, which should have grown now that you've paid off your personal debt. We take all those funds and we throw it into your cash reserve until we've built it up to be 3 months worth of expenses. But in reality, next to no one actually does that. Once we've got out of debt, we just want to get on with achieving fun lifestyle goals. So here's the compromise that I use with all my clients. If you're a homeowner, focus all your surplus on growing your rainy day fund from $3,000 into a cash reserve of $10,000. So just make this your focus. And from that point onwards, channel half your surplus towards your cash reserve, so continue building it, and the other half towards setting and achieving important lifestyle goals. If you do not own a home, focus all your surplus on growing your rainy day fund from $3,000 to $5,000 and from that point on, channel half your surplus funds towards your cash reserve and the other half towards your lifestyle goals. So there you have it, the fourth pool in the Mastering Your Money cascade. Once this step is complete, you are in a stronger financial position than most people would ever dream of. You are successfully living to a budget. You have money set aside for all your future expenses, so no more juggling the bills. You are consistently saving money month after month. You have a cash reserve to cover those unexpected expenses and emergencies. Your lifestyle debt has been paid off, and you are now ready to start making your dreams a reality. So in the next lesson, the last lesson of this course, I am going to take you through using your budget to set and achieve realistic lifestyle goals.